Well, our welcome home turned into more of welcome to hell. Oh, you guys, this has just been a thing. So yesterday we came back from Michigan here to Knoxville, and we were very excited after about an 11-hour drive. We were super excited to get home and get back in our house and get set up, and we got here right away and we started unloading. Our plan was yesterday, because of already having a long drive, was just that we were going to try to unload like the basics, like what we really needed to spend a night in our house, like our clothes and just a few things like that. I had a Walmart delivery scheduled, so about an hour after we got home they dropped off some like milk and just the few necessities that we needed to kind of get back into starting life here. And our little kids were running around, and like I think some of them just felt really out of place, like they just didn't know, like they almost didn't remember how to live in a house and like what to do, and not all of their toys had been brought in. And I said, why don't you guys go outside and play on your swing set and your trampoline while we get this stuff situated, and then we're gonna figure out something for dinner. So they run outside and they're excited about that, and they come in and they said, we don't have a swing set. And I said, yes, we have a swing set. And so I walked out there thinking, man, these kids really, they really forgot everything about this house. And come to find out, we did not have a swing set. So we were robbed. Not the inside of our house, which is a huge blessing, but they stole everything from outside. So they stole our trampoline with the net, they stole our swing set, they stole the big grill, they stole, we had two 100-pound propane tanks out there that were full of propane that actually run the fireplace in this home. Those were stolen. They stole like hedge trimmers and they just stole all of it. I'm guessing they weren't done because our outside furniture is still here, and I imagine that if they wanted all the rest of the stuff, they probably intended for that too. The worst part of all of this is that we have a really strong reason to believe that it's the neighbors next door, and that obviously complicates everything, because now I do not feel safe in this home anymore. There's a lot to that story. I can't really go into it. We have filed a police report. An investigation is being started. Anyway, it was just such, it was devastating, not in that we lost the items, because they're just material things and they can be replaced, but it just how it made us feel, and the kids feel scared and they don't understand why someone would take their things. And it's just been really hard, I'm not gonna lie. And then to top all of that off, after the police left here last night and all the emotions of all of that, and on top of trying to unload the last 3 months of our lives, which is, it feels like moving, then my teens started to work on their room, and they came up and told me that everything was covered in like dust. And I said, well, that's normal. We haven't been in the home for 3 months. I mean, I've never left a home for that amount of time, but I'm thinking, yeah, there's going to be some dust and all of that. So I said, well, bring it up to me and let me just see, because my son said his backpacks were covered in this dust. So long story short, it wasn't dust, it's mold. Basically, their entire room was covered in mold. Their beds, their bedding, their bed frames, their clothes, their shoes, anything that was left here in their room was covered in mold. It's not the dangerous mold. It's like just, like surface mold from moisture, like the green stuff. But it just, you guys, this has just been really difficult. And so my husband and I were just completely exhausted. We had both gotten up at 5 o'clock yesterday morning to get on the road by 6. And then had spent 11 hours in the car driving, unloading all of this stuff, dealing with the police, and then finding out that there's mold. And so we were up till about 1 o'clock in the morning scrubbing with like a bleach mixture. I have probably 15 or more loads of laundry that I'm going to have to process to get them, you know, just their stuff clean again. And it's just a lot. There's like a mold company that's coming out in a few days, and it's just, I don't know. I just feel like we can't live here anymore for a lot of reasons now. It feels unsafe because of the neighbors. We're in a great neighborhood. That's the thing. Like, we're not in a bad area. We're in a great neighborhood. But if this is what we're living next door to, I have no desire for that, and I don't want my kids exposed to it. So it's just a lot. So now we need to find a new place to live. You know, because obviously the mold situation, we don't feel safe. The neighbors, we don't feel safe. So it's just a lot. But anyway, okay, that's all the negative stuff. Now I'm going to actually show you guys. We just finished unloading all of the food from the camper. Last night there was just no way that was happening. So my husband hooked everything up, so everything had electricity out there. So we just finished unloading, but now this is a disaster that I'm working with in here. I'm going to flip you guys around and show you that. We did get a lot of our clothes and those items put away last night. Our fridges were also full of mold because we had left those off, but we weren't smart enough to remember to leave the doors open, so that was our mistake. They had been cleaned out, so I'm not sure, but anyway, so we cleaned all of that last night. Basically, last night was just like a lot of cleaning and a lot of stress, and I've had this terrible headache for the last, well, ever since we got home. Basically, anyway, I'm really not trying to complain. I just want to show you guys, you know, kind of the reality of what this is. And, you know, life is just not always fun, and sometimes it's really hard. And right now we're just in like a really hard season. And one of our kids said, you know, this is like the worst thing that could happen. And, you know, we told him, like, no, this is not the worst thing that could happen. There is a lot worse things that could happen. And we thank the Lord for his protection over our family and for allowing us to have these months away traveling and seeing our friends. And we're so grateful, and I don't want to complain. It's just that this is a real life situation, and it's hard. And we're, you know, we have a lot of emotions right now that we're trying to process. So anyway, I thought you guys might get a kick out of this disaster that I'm working with here. And so I figure I'll show you guys, and then I'll prop you up and kind of show you how we're going to get this all put away, hopefully. Okay, so in here we have just a few, most of everything in here has been put away. We just have this bin. All of this is full of like food items. I was able to put away some stuff in the pantry last night and just bring in like our onions and potatoes and stuff like that. We had some pop delivered, and there was a miscommunication in our order. We wound up getting way more stuff than we ordered or paid for, so I have to deal with that too. This is just like clothes and toys that were still out there. More buckets of food. All of the food. It's a lot. And all of the countertops. This is all our frozen food that's in here. Just kind of everything from outside that just has to be dealt with. And like I said, we already processed a lot of this last night. More food. Yeah, it's like a lot. And then I had to set this shelf up back in here because we had taken half of the shelf in the camper, and then our outside area was trashed. And so this morning we came out and picked this up. So see, they left us our furniture and our smoker, which I'm surprised by, which is what makes me think that they were probably coming back. But out there where our trampoline and swing set were, it's all gone. So they left the slide. I'm half tempted to throw it over the fence and tell them they forgot that, but I'm gonna try to be the bigger person, because I have to really, I have to just let it go. It's you know, it's just times like this where you really have to lean on the Lord and your faith to kind of get you through stuff like this, because it just feels like it feels like a violation. And like I said, like living next door is difficult, because now I don't really trust my children to be outside, and it's just a lot. But anywho, okay, I'm really gonna let this go. I just wanted to share with you guys, and it's all still new here. And so my husband and I, like, we keep going back from these emotions, like, okay, we're just gonna let it go, we're gonna give it to God, we're gonna move on, and just figure out what the next step is for us. And then, you know, something happens, and then we're like angry again. I just don't understand who steals from children. It's just bizarre to me. I would have given it to them, you know what I mean, if they really needed it, but whatever. Okay, we're gonna get started on this disaster that I have showed you guys. I know that this is a lot of work, but I really gotta start getting this food put away, especially this freezer stuff before it's too late. So, wish me luck.
Take me out to California. Take me out to California. I feel the day is coming to an end, and my eyes are drawn to southern skies. And all the while I was trying to pretend the promised land was there beyond the great divide. But I'll be coming home soon. Yeah, I'll be coming home soon. So take me out to California, where the sun is always high, where the streets are paved with gold and no one ever gets old. I'll be longing for that day till you come and take me home. California, California, here I come. I've seen it all upon the silver screen, the happy faces and a sign upon a hill. The wine is flowing and the fields forever green, and all your hopes and dreams will always be fulfilled. So I'll be coming real soon. Yeah, I'll be coming real soon. So take me out to California, where the sun is always high, where the streets are paved with gold and no one ever gets old. I'll be longing for that day till you come and take me home. California, California, here I come.
Gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll
Okay guys, you'll have to excuse the noise in here, it's loud, but I wanted to show you these things that we picked up at like a restaurant supply store. So the paper plates are just getting out of control. For the package that we used to pay $14 for, or no, was it $12? 12 something for at Sam's is now 25 bucks, like $24.90 something. So, oh, was it 28 the last time? Oh, Mike said it was 28 last time. So we found these at a restaurant supply store and they were on sale. We paid almost $13 for 12 of them, which I initially was like debating because I'm like, oh, that sounds kind of steep. But then I was thinking, okay, well, we'll have these for a long time. And then we picked up this little thing of sheets, like the parchment paper sheets. There's 500 of these, and I want to say that was $8. Okay, Mike says $8. He has a much better memory with stuff like this. And then we picked up these little sauce cups, and I want to say those were like $4 or $5 for 12. They were super cheap. And so Bella's getting lunch set up right now. So basically we're just taking a basket, lining it with the paper, and then we're putting their sauce in the little cup so that it doesn't bleed through. And then at the end of the meal, we'll just toss all of this stuff and we'll only have to wash the little sauce cups and we'll stack up the baskets again. So I'm hoping that this will save us. We also have like their little stainless steel plates and stuff like that. But in the summer especially, we tend to use like a lot more like paper stuff just for convenience, especially for eating outside and then with camping and all of that. So thought I would show you guys this. If you're spending a lot of money on the paper products, it might be something you want to try. I just went to pull out our ketchup and remembered I wanted to show you guys this too. So we also got this at the restaurant supply store because it's a 114 ounce container of ketchup, and we actually bought a case of them, so you get 6 of them. And then I ordered on Amazon, yeah, it's like the same size as the number 10 can. It looks smaller, but it's the same ounces. And then on Amazon, I ordered a pump. It's gonna screw on here and it just has like a push pump. And so we figured this will be a lot easier. We can just keep this in our second fridge and pull it out and we can easily pump it into the little cups. And this, when I figured it out, was, oh, I don't remember total, but it was much cheaper than buying the individual ketchups, even at like Aldi or Walmart. The cheapest deal that I had on my list, it was a far better deal. So, okay, I thought I'd show you guys. It's not perfect by any means. We still have a lot to put away, but it's getting there. These are just empty boxes my son was supposed to take out. Mama lit the candles so you know I'm done for the night. And in here, a huge improvement. So we got almost everything put away. All of the food boxes are gone. I still have, I brought my mason jars. Well, not, I mean, this is like a 5th or 10th of what we have, but I brought some because I want to be able to start canning again. Now with the housing situation, I don't know what's going to happen, but I brought them so I can start to work on that. Also, these little clear bins are adorable, and I got them, I'm talking just a second, bud. I got these at Aldi. They were $4. I couldn't believe it. So here, like if you buy the ones, like the Home Edit ones from Walmart, which honestly, these are exactly the same thing, probably made in the same factory. And they were $4, and the ones at Walmart are, I think you get 2 for $20, so big difference. And these are those little tabletop like oil lanterns. I thought they were so cute, and those were $3. So I thought for our patio. Over here looks better, but it's definitely not where it needs to be. So these I had transferred to a plastic container to take in the camper. I need to put them back in their glass containers. And then, to be honest, I really just don't remember where everything goes in like the system that we had here, because we didn't live here for a very long time before we left. So we're trying to like relearn you know, where we had things, where they go, all of that sort of stuff. So, but I got this put back together, and I got these in here. This is where we're storing these baskets and stuff for now, so we'll see how that works, the baskets, and then the paper liners. And then I had this little basket where I thought we could put the little ramekins for like their salad or their ketchup, barbecue sauce, ranch, whatever they're doing, their condiment. Great, words are hard right now. Anyway, so that's all done, and then we have not gone grocery shopping, so this is just what we had in the camper, minus like the milk that I had delivered and a few things like that. This is our second fridge, and then our second freezer is like our berries and snacky stuff, our pizza goods, and then this is stuff that we got at the Mennonite store in Michigan. They had this like bulk chicken. I think I showed you guys that. So that is that. And then here, if I can get this unlocked, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna need 2 hands, just a second. Okay, can't do that with just one hand. So, and then in here, we kind of put the fridge back together the best we can. We had 2 milks open, which is always fun. And then just what the food that we did have in here. So obviously, we're bare, but that's okay. We didn't want to come home with too much stuff. And then in here I kind of organized this by like breakfast foods. So we had a few mini pancakes left, some hash browns back there, some breakfast burritos that I had made. And then down here is more like breakfast meat. So we have bacon and then sausage patties that I picked up at the Mennonite store. This is the beef drawer. So this is all ground beef all the way back, and these are hamburger patties. And then down here is chicken. This is all that we have left, so we're doing good with that. And then this is just kind of like miscellaneous meat. So that's that sweet Italian sausage. I had a few of those. And then we're empty down here. We have some mixed vegetables, our cauli rice, and our yeast. So I'm just really thankful that it's done. I am exhausted. My husband is exhausted. And we are going to call it a day for tonight. And then I just came in the kitchen and I remembered I told you guys about our giant ketchup, and my pump came today. So actually it didn't come because apparently the mailman was like, I don't think they live there anymore. So he suspended our mail. So our Amazon packages kept showing up on our app as undeliverable. And it said that they thought that we had moved. So we had to go to the post office and deal with that, but it all worked out fine. And then, so I want to show you this pump. I think the package got thrown away that it came in. It was like from Heinz. I don't know. I had it here, but a kid probably ran off with it, and that's fine. I ordered it from Amazon. I think it was $8. So this is the lid that came on the ketchup. And then this part, this whole pump, and then the stick that sticks inside the suction. And this came, and it was like $8. I want to say $8.64. And then we just will put this whole thing in the extra fridge in there, and then the kids can just pump it right out into their little ramekins. And I believe this one is if you buy like the smaller size, that it will still work. So I thought that was cool that it's interchangeable in case for whatever reason we ever have a different one. But I love stuff like this. This is like large family mama dreams. Just things that make my life easier, and this is definitely one of those things that will make my life easier. Okay guys, I'm going to sign off for tonight. I'm sorry that this vlog was a little bit of a downer. We really were not expecting to come home to what we came home to, you know, and we were so excited and pumped to be back home and in our house. And then, you know, when all of that happened, it really just kind of, you know, it was just a bummer. And, but, you know, today my devotion was all about, like, I thought it was suiting. It was about, like, not wanting to get revenge when people do something bad for you or to you, and about being kind to your neighbor. And I thought, wow, okay. Obviously, the Lord was reminding me that I just need to have faith and trust in Him, and all of this will work out the way it's supposed to. And so that is what I'm going to do. You know, while we were gone, the landlord wrote us and said, our lease is up, technically the end of September. And our landlord wrote us and said, hey, we just need to know by the end of July if you're renewing. And so we said, okay. And, you know, we talked about everything and we thought, yep, we're going to renew for at least another 6 months, which will get us through the sports season for Malachi and Bella. And then, you know, we were just going to try to push extra hard to save even more for these next 6 months. And then hoping that the Lord would open up something for us, a property or a house or whatever to purchase. And so we were going to sign. And luckily we had not said anything to the landlord. But our intent was to let her know. And so when we got home and all of that stuff was stolen, and then all of the mold situation, we really felt like that was the Lord kind of saving us from making a mistake. We have been blessed to have this house for the time that we've had it. We're thankful for that. But we feel that it's time for us to move on. And so I was just really thankful that all of that happened before we renewed a lease and then felt really trapped here. So, you know, it always works out. And there's just been so many times in life where something seems so horrible. Not that, like I said, this is like a minor problem compared to real world problems that people have and are struggling with, and being homeless and not being able to eat and losing their jobs. I mean, this is not, I don't want you guys to think that I think this is like some monumental issue. But it's a bummer, you know, like when you come home and your stuff is stolen or your children's things are stolen, and then you see mold everywhere, and it's frustrating. But there's been so many times in my life where things like this have happened, or, you know, worse things or whatever, and it seems just devastating. Like, what are we going to do now? And honestly, we do feel a little bit like that right now because we weren't prepared to look for a new home, and we weren't prepared for all of the things, a move and everything that entails. But we, you know, and so when these things have happened in the past and it feels so big and you feel like, I don't know how we're going to get through this, or I don't know what we're going to do next because it all feels overwhelming. My experience has been that the Lord just always works that out for us. And 9 times out of 10, it's in ways that are better than I could have even imagined or have done on my own. So I hope to encourage you guys that if you are going through something difficult, or there's something in your life right now, or someone in your life, maybe you have terrible neighbors and you're stuck where you are, you know, or whatever it may be, I just want to encourage you that this too shall pass. This is just a small moment in your life, and things will get better. They always do. Even when it seems like you can't see a way out, God always provides for us, and that is where I put my faith and my hope and where I get my joy. And so this stuff is all going to be okay, and I believe that the Lord is going to open up a house for us that is even better, or a property, whether that be a rental or a purchase or whatever it might be. And I'm thankful that we have the means that when the time comes and we are not next to thieves, that I can buy my kids something for their to play on outside again. So anyway, it's all going to be okay. You know, I know you guys are understanding, and I just didn't want to be like a downer on here. But this is my life, and I'm filming my life. And sometimes that is really good and exciting and fun trips and all the adventures. And sometimes things like this happen in life, and it's not fun, and it's ugly. And, you know, it's all part of life. And I know you guys understand that, because I'm sure your life is not all, you know, sunshine and roses either. So anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys for always supporting me, for watching these videos, for leaving the encouraging comments that you do. That really helps me out on the rough days and helps me to push through and feel like this all has a purpose, when sometimes I'm not sure if it does. So anyway, I love you guys. I thank you. I pray for you guys daily. And if you guys want to pray for me, if you're the praying type, pray for us that something will open up for us and that we will know what the right move is next. I would really appreciate that. So anyway, I will see you guys on the next one, hopefully with happier news. Bye, guys.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in.